Welcome back to Irons United for our Carabao Cup preview, where West Ham return to action in the third round against Oxford United after putting aside Newport County in the last round. West Ham travel to the Kassam Stadium tomorrow, the 25th of September, with a 7:45 kickoff, not live on the telly. So for those couple of thousand fans turning up and supporting West Ham, good luck and get behind the side. What do we know about Oxford United? They currently come off a fantastic run of form. They head in after beating Lincoln City 6-0 away from home at the weekend, whilst of course West Ham had a fantastic result against Manchester United. We have had an excellent start to the season, unbeaten in 6 games after our terrible loss against Manchester City. So Pellegrini has obviously, started off really well, progressed since that time, and it looks like he's wanting to take this cup competition serious, but hopefully he does continue with that. So he's got a few big decisions to make. Last time out, unfortunately for us, he lost Antonio to injury, but it's going to see now the strength and depth in his squad to see if West Ham can actually handle cup competitions and see how serious they are going to take them. Oxford United, also known as the U's, sit 12th in the table. And they head, like I said, into the game after a fantastic victory away from home. So it looks like West Ham will probably rotate the squad, and it'll be interesting to see what we will do. Couple of players I think we'll probably see is going to be Ajeti coming into the side, which should be his second start of the season, and it'll probably give Sebastian Aller a rest moving into this round. We'll probably see the likes of Zabaleta, Balbuena and Roberto come back into the sides, and I think we'll also see the likes of Carlos Sanchez, who is back to fitness, but he has not played much since the last time out, and I thought he actually did alright against Newport. Last time West Ham faced Oxford was in August 2010, and thanks to Scott Parker, who scored the only goal of the game that took us through into the League Cup game. So for me personally, this will be interesting fixture. We aren't live on TV, but just have to follow some of the news that we put out throughout the night tomorrow to see how we actually progress in the cup competition. It's really important that West Ham, I think, take this serious, and I'll be kind of interested to see what we actually do moving forward. I think Jack Wilshere will get a run out. I think he'd have performed really well against Manchester United when he came on as a substitution, so it's going to be good for him to get a run out. Obviously we are still waiting to hear about Lanzini, but I don't think he'll be risked in a game like this, to be honest. But I look at the strength and depth that West Ham have, and I'm actually quite positive about what we can offer. So tomorrow night will be an interesting game. We are away from home. We need to take the game to them, and this is it's really important for consistency for our season, with the last 6 games unbeaten, that we're going into the next run of games on form and giving the second string or the reserve or the backup team a run out and get them positive vibes, and they want to challenge for a first team place. So this is the perfect game for them to show Pellegrini what they're made of and try and fight for first team football in the Premier League. I think what we'll see with our side will be a good mixture of experience, but those players as the backup coming in to show Pellegrini what they're capable of. There'll be a good mixture of youth on the bench. Ben Johnson, Connor Coventry, who obviously came on as a substitute against Newport, so it'll be interesting to see if they get some time running out. And of course Masuaku has served as 1 match ban, and it'll be interesting to see what Pellegrini does with the left back position, whether or not he will stick with Creswell or put Masuaku in. Does that affect the Premier League game moving forward? I'm not sure, but that's an interesting position for West Ham to be in, so I am looking forward to that. My predicted lineup will be Roberto. I actually think he'll stick with Creswell for this game. It will probably be, in my opinion, Diop and Balbuena, because I think he's really interested to see that partnership and how they can kind of build up moving forward. I think you'll see on the right hand side Zabaleta. I think you'll have Carlos Sanchez in there protecting that back line, giving him a good run out. You'll see Snodgrass, we'll see Wilshere, we'll see Fornals. I think he's going to get a bit of a run out as well. We are of course missing Antonio, so you'll see Ajeti. So that last position, I'm kind of unsure about what he is going to do with that last position. I mean, he may give a run out to Felipe Anderson, because obviously he's been coming off as a substitute the last couple of games, so he may just want to give him a bit of game time, but I'm not so sure. It'll be an interesting team selection, but what's really interesting will be the left back position, see what he does, and I'm looking forward to the game myself, and it's a good opportunity for us to get through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. The first 2 rounds for Oxford, they actually put out Peterborough and arch rivals Millwall, so they'll be up for this game against West Ham. It's an opportunity for a giant killing, so let's see how they compete against the Premier League. And as a whole, I predict that West Ham will win this game 2-0. I think it'll probably be tough, but I think we'll power on through, and it'll be interesting to see what we actually do with our team selection. But yeah, 2-0 victory to West Ham, and we progress through to the next round. Get your comments in below. Let me know your thoughts on what I've said, who you think will be the predicted lineup. Put them in there below. Let me know who you think will be starting. Let me know your predictions for the game. Ensure you subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up, and put the comments in. I'm Anton. Come on, you Irons.